Hey y'all, what's going on? Hope you're all staying creative out there in your musical journey. Today I've got just another quick little tidbit video for you, and it's going to be all about that bass. So I've got a little bass track here. We'll just go ahead and take a listen to it. Cool little run there. All right, so what you're hearing is that it is going through my template, and these are some standard things that I have on there. I just happen to like this plugin a little bit more than I used to. Give it another go after years of in the plugin closet. So I'm kind of doing this thing where I like to have on my group tracks, because my group tracks, I use those as my digital console, the console that I create inside of my DAW. And so I will use this SSL, or I may use the Neve 1073. Whichever company you like, try it out. I just happen to have the Plugin Alliance version of the SSL. And so I'm just keeping those on there to make everything, kind of like a console. If I need to do a little EQ tweaking, maybe add just a tad bit of compression, I can do that. Just like I would on a studio console. So that's what I'm doing. I've also got a little bit of this compression, this LA2. I just really like it on bass. I like that it's not super aggressive. We're just taming. I'm squeezing a little bit, and I just really like the sound that comes out of it. I've also got another little EQ here as well. This is one of those that was emulated from Motown. Some of that Motor City magic. And I'm using that to beef up some frequencies that I just really like on the bass guitar. So we've got around 800 here and 2K. Just sort of helps it sing a little bit, helps those little runs come out a little bit more pronounced. So that's what you were hearing right there. So we'll play that again. Okay, so I think that sounds pretty good. Running through what I already have on my template. We're just doing a high pass filter. I'll go ahead, let's see. So we're just doing a high pass filter up to 60. Okay, make room for some of those lower elements in the kick and tightening up the bass just a little bit. But that's the only thing that's going on here. And not too much compression at all, really, as you can see. Really just on some of those maybe harder hits. And then you saw what we're doing with the Mo Q here. All right, so one thing that I want to stress in mixing bass is that a lot of people, a lot of times, because of a lot of YouTube videos, overdo the bass. And the thing that I see the most is that they go crazy with the high pass filter to tighten it up, or they go crazy with the boost, they go crazy with the cuts. Like you think that you've got to cut every element out of the bass so that the kick drum can come through, or vice versa. So what I'm going to show you is like the most simplest thing in the world, and it's going to be simple for you to do. It's going to be simple for you to understand. To get a really good tight bass sound, but not so tight that one, it sounds fake, two, it doesn't blend well with the other beats of the song, whether that's your kick drum or snare. We're really trying to blend that with our kick drum. Sometimes the bass holds a lot more of the melody, and so we want to be able to have the presence of it. We also want to be able to have the foundation of it. So the best thing that you can do is put a low pass filter. So your high cut / low pass, because we're letting all the lows pass. And this thing's up pretty high. You don't have to have like a visual EQ. You can just listen and then crank up a filter, a low pass filter, to where it sounds best. So I'm going to go ahead, play this, and then I'll unbypass it. So listen to what's happening first. instant tightness, but we're not over squeezing it. We're not suffocating it to where it sounds stale and just no life left in it. Now, we'll pull this back up, and I want to show you what it's doing to the compression, because we're doing this before we go through our compression. It's a much smoother compressing style. It's a much smoother sound. So one thing that this is doing is cutting out all of the unnecessary noise. Maybe you're getting that from the circuitries of an amp or even the DI. This is going to cut out all of that, and it's going to make your other processing, whether you're trying to add some more growl to it, or you're trying to add a little more squeeze to it. Like, this is going to help those plugins work so much better, and it's going to give you a better sounding bass. So now when you go to do your boost, it's going to sound so much more present. You're going to be able to pinpoint those things that you want, those elements that you want, like those little runs that you want to have more pronounced because it's following along with the melody, or it's just ear candy. And so that right there is going to help our bass guitar connect with our kick drum so much better, but also allow us to feel the bass when we need to, when that presence needs to come through and play along with the melody. You've got it now. The key is getting rid of all of this. Don't worry about duplicating tracks. I see that a lot now. 2 basses or 3 basses, and you do different things on each of them, and then you try to blend those together. Don't worry about that. Let's keep things simple. Put in a low pass filter and then go into your processing. I promise you will love the sound that you're getting, and you're going to get to that desired bass sound so much quicker. Thanks so much for checking out this video. If you want to get more of these exclusive tidbits, a little bit more deep dive into all of that, sign up for my Patreon at sonicphilosophy.com. I've got tons of free stuff there for you. I've got tons of premium stuff, tons of courses, tons of masterclasses. We even go into the music industry, the music business, learn how to do all of that up front before you release your music. So if you want to get more information about that, just click the link in the description and you can find out all about it. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for checking out this video. I'll see you in the next one.